you know, I'll play the public question, the matter at hand. After 93, should he have known better? I mean, going on the Martin Bashir documentary, Living with Michael Jackson, years ago, and saying it's okay to share your bed with a child. I mean, don't you think in some senses most people are going to say, well, he kind of set himself up for that?
Well, let me explain to you what was said to me directly from Michael.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, Michael and I spoke about that, and he said, Corey, when I was a kid, I was denied not only a childhood, but I was denied love. When I reached out to hug my father, he didn't hug me back. When I was scared on an airplane, he didn't put his arm around me and say, Michael, don't worry, it's going to be okay. When I was scared to go on stage, he said, get your ass on that stage. Okay? And not just him, but every other adult around him. So he said to me, Corey, I will never deny a child love. And if it means that I have to be crucified or put in jail for it, then that's just what they're going to have to do.
I believe 1,000%, I'll go to my grave with it, that he was innocent completely. He was being blackmailed by that gentleman that wanted to be a screenwriter or write books or do movies, whatever. I mean, that was inside information that floats around enough that I can say it.
Do you think it would be true to say that you found friendship and inspiration in children that you haven't been able to find in adults?
That's absolutely the truth.
Really?
Yes. Yes. I haven't been betrayed or deceived by children. Adults have let me down. Adults have let the world down.
What you're seeing all took place on the day that Martin Bashir and his crew were filming at Neverland. You actually see him in several of the shots being taken by Jackson's camera crew.
This was supposed to be a documentary to tell the truth, everything. And I mean, who would bring somebody to his life and open up all the way and wanted to lie about it? You know, if you want to lie about it, don't even do it. He didn't have to do this documentary. Nobody forced him to do this documentary.
After a full day spent with children from the Make-A-Wish Foundation at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch, what was Mr. Bashir's comment? We'll quote directly from his appearance on ABC's Primetime Thursday. One of the most disturbing things is the fact that a lot of disadvantaged children go to Neverland. It's a dangerous place for a vulnerable child to be. Now, I'm not saying that I saw any evidence of Michael Jackson being involved sexually with any children. Quite the contrary. But what I am saying is that children who are vulnerable should not be going into the house of a billionaire superstar where they sleep in his bed.
As we said, that was Bashir's comment heard on TV by millions of people. But what did Bashir say to Michael Jackson about this day at Neverland? Let's take a look at the footage that was captured by Michael's camera, documenting the interviews.
The problem is, you see, nobody actually comes here and sees him. But I was here yesterday, and I saw it. And it's nothing short of a spiritually kind thing.
He does it all the time.
I know, but I've told him. I know.
A lot of people see it, but
they never talk about it. And I've said this to him, and what I wanted to convey is those two things.
Yeah.
And what we've had the privilege of doing this week is not only talking about the musical genius, but about what we saw yesterday, which was incredible.
On the interviews, it's all the negative stuff.
Stupid rumors.
And they cut questions out, and they just like make it. That's why he doesn't even do interviews anymore. They twist everything. From the moment I met him, I mean, I remember. How can people be so cruel? That I read an article and I was crying, and he goes,
"It's disgusting." Well, we ain't doing that here because that.
The different opinion expressed by Mr. Bashir regarding the safety of the underprivileged children who visit Neverland is only the first of several contradictory moments captured on tape.
You know, they asked Michael a question, are you gay? And Michael said, I don't want to answer that question. Now, that was the one that he said. So then it quickly edited to Bashir going, obviously, he didn't want to answer for obvious reasons. Okay? So then when Michael showed his version, he said, are you gay? Michael said, I don't want to answer that question. And he paused. Then he said, but if you turn your camera off, I will answer your question. And then the guy said, okay, turn the camera off. He turned the camera off, and Michael said, no, absolutely not. I am not gay. But I have millions of gay fans, and if they want to believe I'm gay, then let them believe I'm gay. He said, I don't care. He said, I don't want to offend anybody.
And then I met 12-year-old Gavin and his brother and sister. Gavin met Jackson 2 years ago after he'd been told he was dying of cancer.
Your left, right, get on down, your left.
What is it, Gavin, about Michael that makes him connect so well with children? What is it?
Because he's really a child at heart. He acts just like a child. He knows how a child is. He knows what a child thinks.
According to Gavin, it was Michael's friendship and support that helped him beat the cancer. They've remained close friends ever since.
There was one night I stood in there, I asked him if I could stay in his bedroom. And he let me stay in the bedroom. And I was like, Michael, you can sleep on the bed. And he was like, no, you sleep on the bed, sleep on the bed. We're like, no, you sleep on the bed. And then he finally said, okay, if you love me, you sleep on the bed. I was like, oh, man. And so I finally slept on the bed. But it was fun that night.
I slept on the floor.
When people hear that children from other families have come and they've stayed in your house, they've stayed in your bedroom.
Well, very few.
But, some have. And they say, is that really appropriate for a man, a grown man, to be doing that? How do you respond to that?
I feel sorry for them because that's judging someone who wants to really help people. Why can't you share your bed? But the most loving thing to do is to share your bed with someone.
You really think that?
Yeah, of course. You say you can have my bed if you want. Sleep in it. I'll sleep on the floor. It's yours. Always give the best to the company, Like to him, I said, because he was going to sleep on the floor. I said, no, you sleep in the bed. I'll sleep on the floor.
But haven't you got a spare room or a spare house here where he could have stayed?
Yeah, but no. Yes, we have guest units, but whenever kids come here, they always want to stay with me. They never want to stay in the guest, and I have never invited them in my room. They always just want to stay. They say, can I stay with you tonight? I go, if it's okay with your parents, yes you can. So, want to come over here and see the elephant?